I believe that the the point of shifting our frequencies, like when we really end up shifting into a higher dimension, whatever that looks like, however that is, I believe it's going to be a very culminating moment and very unique and individualized for each one of us. And it will have to do with transmuting fear into love. I believe that very strongly, and I believe that what we can do to prepare for ourselves for those moments is to simply continue practicing what does it feel like in my body and in my nervous system to connect with this divine, unconditional love. Because the more that we can strengthen that connection for ourselves, for each other, for the events going on in the world, the more that we can practice detaching from our emotional reactions and detaching from the stories that are playing out, which I understand can sound very cold to some people when you see some of the things that are going on in our world. But I truly do not mean it that way. I do believe that the things that are playing out externally are playing, okay, they are real. I'm not saying they're not real to the people that are experiencing them, because they are. I wrote about this in my newsletter too. But just like when you're in a dream and it feels real, it feels so real. We can also wake up from the dream, and then we might still have that reverberating, those reverberating feelings about it, but we're not in the dream anymore. We're not trapped in that nightmare that we might have been having a moment ago. In this case, we're having a nightmare. But what allows us, so this shifting right into the higher vibration, it's this culmination of owning our truth and our power, and ultimately remembering that it is a dream, that we are so much more, and that we can awaken. And we do that through surrendering and this unconditional divine love and acceptance and surrendering. I feel like more will come through, as time goes on, but I just want to share with all of you that whatever, I say this all the time, but it's so true right now, whatever is coming up in your external reality is divinely orchestrated, just as mentioned in her comment, right? She said, one of my biggest fears is ... and that's literally coming true. Whatever we still are holding in our energetic field that we haven't worked through is going to show itself to us so that we can surrender to it, so that we can see it, and so we can practice a new vibration, a new thought pattern, a new behavior pattern, a new way of experiencing it. And it's all going to revolve around acceptance, surrender, trust, love, letting go, releasing, forgiveness, all of the divine feminine energies, right? Because this is also today, I don't know if you guys saw my post in Healing Hearts, but literally today, New Moon in Pisces and Mars and Venus, which represent divine masculine and divine feminine, are aligned with the planet of Pluto, which is the ultimate planet of transformation. These energies are literally transforming, transcending, and moving into a higher expression of themselves literally right now, today. This is energetically taking place. And obviously, I believe anytime, it's not like it's just today. No, these shifts, these energetic shifts take place, they happen, and then they start to shift things after it's happened. And these are all divine feminine qualities: being able to surrender, being able to trust, being able to step into our power in a way that's receptive and not like action oriented. And the divine and the masculine energies that are being healed and cleared right now, we can see them. We can see them very clearly. Violence, aggression, anger, rage, control, fear. Fear is not really one of them, but fear is this fear is this, we are stepping into this, and this is how I see it. Again, this is just what I see. So it is symbolic. It is not necessarily what's going to literally happen, but I see us walking into a cloud of fear. And the only thing that can get us through is to remember our sovereignty, remember our power, remember our creatorship, remember our truth that this is all an illusion. And once we recognize that, it's like once you recognize you're dreaming within the dream, if you're able to lucid dream, I'm not really, but we know that some people are capable of it, right? It's the same kind of idea. It's waking up, we have to wake up within the dream and remember what's real. And it's not what's happening outside of us, with the caveat that yes, what's happening outside of us is real. There are people that are really experiencing that, right? But at a higher consciousness perspective, it's all projections of what is vibrating within the human collective. So as we shift our internal experience, our external experience is going to start to shift more rapidly, more directly, as these energies continue to increase. And I don't know if you guys are all aware, you probably are, but the energies are so intense and they are just going to continue to climb. And when that happens, when the frequency speeds up like that, our manifestation abilities also speed up, but it's in direct proportion to what is going on energetically within us. What am I thinking? What am I believing? What am I feeling? What am I still attached to? What am I still believing? What am I still seeing? What stories am I still telling? What are the words that are literally coming out of my mouth? What are the vibrations that I hold that I may not even be aware of? And can I see more of that? Can I see more of that? Can I see more of that? Every single moment is so important. So powerful, I should say. I do not want to create like a sense of urgency or a sense of, oh, we got to get this right or anything like that. But yet, that's what's going to come up for people because we have to transmute this fear. And fear, the reason I think it's fear is because that's been really the weapon of choice by those that are trying to program us. We've been so programmed to cooperate and to perform and to just show up as human beings in a certain way. And fear has been what has been used to keep us in line with that. And so we have, in order to expand into these higher dimensional experiences, we have to walk through that. We have to shift that, clear that, heal that, transmute that, alchemize that. We have to. The only way that we can do it is to face it, face on, and remember our truth, remember our power. So it's not going to be an easy time, but it's the time. It's like the time that we came here for. It's the time to show up as the most powerful and authentic version of ourselves that we can in every moment, and just do our best to keep showing up as authentically as we can and trust. Ultimately, that is the most important thing, is to trust, right? We have everything that we need. We came here for this. We're programmed to walk through this. And, I hear over and over again, this isn't my personal download, but I hear others say it and it resonates as truth, is that we've already succeeded, right? From a much higher perspective, we are already on the other side of this, but we're just at the point in the timeline where we're walking through it, and we have to see it, and we have to experience it playing out. And yeah, we can know that and release the fear around that, but I do think that each one of us is still going to have our deepest fears show up, and we will have to meet them and walk through them. So again, all we can do to prepare for this shift is to keep practicing. For me, it's practicing 0 point. It's continuing to practice cultivating that space within myself, within my body, within my heart, within my nervous system, like all parts within me, of that pure, calm, knowing connection, unconditional love, connection to source, connection to myself, and keep practicing that so that when I'm faced with these moments that might bring up fear within me, I have a place to go where I can connect to something true for me. Because I just feel like, again, I have no idea when this will happen, and I do also think it's going to be different for everybody. Like it's our own, like we're all in our own dream within the dream. And it's just going to be whenever our culminating point is that, we are about to step through to the other side, step through the veil, knock down that wall, like I said in the transmission on Monday. Whenever that point comes for each one of us, it's going to be this very personal experience of our own like worst fears and demons. And can we step through that? Can we stay connected to the truth and walk through that? And I do believe we absolutely all can, and we will be continuing to prepare for that. I think COVID was a great preparation, right? Like, how did you respond to that fear? Did you get wrapped up in it? Or were you able to kind of see what was happening for what it was and stay detached from the whole storyline and stay connected to your sovereignty and your truth, right? And it gets to look different for everybody, right? I'm not here to say that it's supposed to look one way or the other. It's, again, going to be unique and different for each one of us to know whether we are buying into the fear with lower vibrational energies or if we're stepping into our sovereignty and our truth and our full power. So we just have to keep practicing that. And that's all we need to do. That's all we ever need to do.